This is Steve from Boxing UK in association with Supreme CBD. Eddie Hearn, cool as ice.
I love this. But then, you know, Steve, as we had this conversation yesterday,
We did.
you start busting a few moves, and then you realise you're 43, and you go, actually, I'll leave it.
I want to say thanks for the pep talk yesterday. I've got rid of the hairband and I've had a shave.
Looking good, mate, looking good.
So appreciate that. Eddie, we saw AJ and Usyk for the first time yesterday. Can any impressions be made from that?
Not really. I mean, I felt that Usyk was quite emotional. Like, obviously, it's very difficult to not get emotional when he's talking about his country and his family and his people. And people keep asking me, you know, how do you feel that will affect him? Listen, it could inspire him and make him put in an unbelievable performance. It could affect him emotionally. I think one thing you learn is that mental state, physical preparation, all of this stuff is important, but none of it is important as what happens on the night. Do you know what I mean? You've got to, you know, if you don't do the hard work and the prep, you can't perform on the night, but ultimately they do. They're always ready to fight when they get in there. But if you don't get it right on the night, and that's why it's such a great sport. That's why sport is great, because the greats are the ones that in the special moment can make it happen. You know what I mean? Like, I always go back to, I don't know, Tiger Woods in the Masters. Remember when he chipped in up the hill, yeah? It was like, he needs to do something here to win this tournament. Like, how many people in that moment can hit that shot and hole it from off the green, up the hill, all the way back and drop in? One man in the world, do you know what I mean? Like, these guys, and both of these guys are elite athletes. Both of these guys have the ability to produce something incredible. But it's the ones that can produce it at that moment. And last time, AJ didn't. This time he has to produce that special moment. But he's good enough to do it. And we can analyse it all we want. We're going to see him in the ring in a minute. People are going to go, he looks big, he looks small, his legs look bigger than last time.
Can you give us any clues on size, Eddie?
No,
Either fighter.
I thought Usyk looked a little bit fleshy in the photos. But not like, I mean, not fleshy like you and me, you know what I mean? But fleshy like, just heavier. Now, maybe that's intentional, I don't know. I think he's going to come in at 107 or 8. And I don't know what he came in at last time. 101, 102, like, I'm talking about kgs obviously. And I think AJ will come in at 110, 112. So I just think AJ's a much bigger man, but how will it affect the night? You don't know what Usyk's been training for. I still believe Usyk may be a little bit more aggressive in this fight than last time. Maybe I'm wrong.
Eddie, can I take you away from this fight because it'll be taught to death today? Can I talk wider things? Derek Chisora's here.
Yeah.
I've heard a few whispers that he might be fighting at Dillian Whyte coming out of retirement.
No, I don't know. I mean, I think that Derek wants that fight. You know, when we first mentioned that fight, I say there's a lot of criticism, but everyone loves Derek, and they know how dangerous Deontay Wilder is. And a lot of people say, you know, oh, that's a dangerous fight for Derek. It's a very dangerous fight for Derek. He can win that fight, but he's an outsider, and he could also get badly knocked out in that fight, as could every other heavyweight in the planet. But, like, you know, Wilder's going to fight Robert Helenius, who Derek Chisora beat, in my opinion. I mean, watch the fight back. And he just beat Kubrat Pulev. So why shouldn't he be calling out for a guy that's coming off a stoppage defeat to Tyson Fury? Whether that fight will happen, I just don't know. I'd also like to make the Dillian Whyte fight with Derek Chisora. I'd like to make Dillian Whyte against Deontay Wilder. But we'll see what happens.
For our American audience, for ES News, can you talk us through Canelo Triple G?
The fight, I think it's a brilliant fight, and I think I was talking to someone this morning about it. I think that the 168 limit is going to really help Gennady Golovkin in this fight. And people say, well, why? He's been a 160 all his career. For exactly that reason. I think he found it really difficult to make the weight against Murata. I feel like he needs that stability in the fight. He can't be weight drained in this fight. He's got to be strong in this fight. And I think that it's going to really help him, being at 168, you know, and I think coming off a defeat, there's a lot of pressure on Canelo Alvarez in this fight. He can't afford to lose this fight, and he wants to. Make no mistake about it, Canelo Alvarez wants to destroy Gennady Golovkin.
There's really bad blood this time, isn't it?
Like, I've never seen, like, he wants to destroy him. He doesn't just want to beat him. He said to me, I want to stand over him, having knocked him out, and know that his career's over. So he's fired up. And Gennady, wait till fight week. There's going to be a lot of shenanigans on fight week.
We touched on it yesterday, Eddie. Have Sky interviewed you yet?
No. I've only done 700 interviews, but I haven't been asked to do one by Sky.
That's got to be intentional though, surely.
Oh, definitely not.
What do you make of it though? 'Cause whether people love you or hate you, you will drive the pay-per-views. Is it sabotage on their part?
I think time's a good healer, you know, but it's been a year now, and they still haven't accepted it, you know. I'm here to push the show. I don't care whether I'm pushing the show on the Zone, on Sky, in the Ukraine, in the Middle East, with you guys, with TalkSport, with 5 Live. That's my job. I'm a travelling salesman that opens my mouth for all outlets. But if you don't want me to push a pay-per-view, nothing I can do about it. But it's, you know, on the other hand, it's incredibly flattering that an organisation and a machine of that size actually is having meetings about whether they should let me talk. Makes me kind of horny, Steve. I won't lie to you.
That's why you were dancing at the start, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Eddie, and I'll let you go because the queue for me.